Hey guys, it's Jessica. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast. I'm glad you're here. I'm having so much fun interviewing these businesses, and I really think you'll find the information we share to be of great value. My business is Organic Girl Health Coaching, and I get to help moms go from not feeling so good to feeling amazing. We do this with using food and herbs. We're detoxing, we're cleansing at the cellular level. If you have any questions, you can reach out on my website, jessicadavisrn.com, or through social media. I am Organic Girl Health Coaching. Have a blessed day.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Organic Girl Health Coaching podcast, where we are helping holistic-minded moms find businesses that align with them. And today, my guest is Amy. Amy and I haven't known each other too long. We met online last year through her husband, who I met at the hospital that I was working at. And he, just through talking to me, had an idea that I guess his wife and I think sister-in-law as well, would all get along really well because we're all kind of holistic minded. So Amy and I have now hung out a few times. She is a mom, a wife, a business owner. And so I was really excited to have her on and to talk about what she does for her business and the opportunities that she can offer to you as a holistic mom. So Amy, thank you for being here. And of course, on Organic Girl Health Coaching Podcast, we like to talk about the 3 Bs. So your bio, your beliefs, and your business. So tell us all about you.
All about me. Well, thank you for having me. It's been so fun getting to know you. And so I'm glad Dave set us up. So it's been
match
cool
made in heaven.
That's right. I live in, the bio part. I live in the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota. We've lived here for almost 4 years. Dave's job brought us here about 4 years ago. And even though he grew up here, now we're back. So we've been married for about a little over 30 years and have 5 kids. Our oldest, Rachel, is married to Joe. And then we have Becca, Emily, Eliana, and then Adam is our last one in high school. So he's a junior in high school. He's a baby, yes. So we're just kind of skating into that ending part of high school there for him. Dave is a state chaplain for the South Dakota Army National Guard. He was a chaplain for many years with the National Guard as a part-time basis, but then in January of 20 started in the full-time slot. So that's what brought us here. And I keep busy with our crew and our my business that I'll talk about eventually. And also, I'm a caregiver. Our 26-year-old daughter, Becca, has some special needs. She's undiagnosed. We know we've been to Mayo a few times. When she was younger, we have a list this long of everything she doesn't have, all the syndromes she doesn't have, but she's never been officially diagnosed. So we just say she is globally developmentally delayed. She averages, she's super healthy, thankfully, and mobile and can get around, but developmentally between 2 and 6, I suppose, and just her different abilities. So she goes to a day service program during the day that's like school hours, but other than that, she needs pretty much full-time care. And then also Dave's 87-year-old stepmom lives with us, so have some caregiving responsibilities, but it's wonderful. That's good. I grew up, health and wellness and just kind of that holistic mindset has been a part of kind of my whole life. My dad still at 80 is he still practices. He's a chiropractor. So he still loves to see his patients, and he's definitely more part-time now, but still is practicing and gets out on his bike in the summer and rides his bike. And my mom was a registered nurse, so they made a great team growing up. And then for over 20 years, she had a health and wellness business as well. You say, if you could go back, what would you tell your younger self if you could go back? And if I could go back, I would tell my younger self to listen to your parents. Why did I went through that time of eating the junk food and doing all, just doing the typical stuff. But I had a really good foundation. And so it was easy to come back to eventually.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of us have been there.
Yeah. Right. And watch our kids go there.
Yep. Yep. You almost have to experience that contrast to appreciate the other side. Not everybody, but I think.
Yep. Absolutely. Just going to my beliefs.
Yes. Yes.
My bio. Is that a good base anyway?
Anything you want to tell us.
All right. I say most importantly, our faith. My faith and our faith as a family is very important, and it's gotten us through a lot of good times and a lot of struggle. So, and again, go back and tell your younger self to stay on that narrow road. But some of us had to go over Fool's Hill a time or two.
Again,
but it's all good.
The way of life.
Yes, but no, our faith is my faith is very important. As is medical freedom. And so I've had some neat conversations with Jessica about that. And probably two major events really just impacted me and just kind of awakened me, I guess, to medical freedom and the importance of it. Back when, now I know, if you don't know what you don't know at the time. Now I know that if somebody had COVID, a couple of the worst things you could do was to put them on a ventilator and to give them remdesivir. But at the time, that's what was being done. And I just didn't have a need, I guess, to dive in to know, because everybody was healthy and doing fine. But my mom got sick, and she had a fever and a few days of congestion and had some junk in her lungs started. So went into the doctor, and then they just had her go down to the hospital, and she was whisked away, and she was put on a ventilator and given remdesivir, and she didn't come home. Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm so sorry.
Gosh, sometimes when you say it out loud, it just kind of hits home again.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we know. And so my sister and I especially just dove into all that and learned what you should and shouldn't do. But I will fight for anybody for medical freedom, and that was a lot of it that stemmed from that. But I trust God's sovereignty as well and all that. And so that the whole thing of faith comes back to getting through that. Walking through something like that without faith would have been a lot harder. It was very hard, but I just trust God, and good things have come out of it. And so definitely you just have to. I trust His sovereignty and everything. But some of that good things is being connected with like-minded friends and finding other women like Jessica that encourage and support each other. And just that network is so important these days. So I thank you again.
Thank you. Yeah. And thank you for sharing, because I know it's a hard story to share, but as I've talked to people, a lot of people have almost that same story. So I think you're speaking for a lot. So thank you.
Yeah. The year after, so it was in 20, that was in the fall of 20. And with my husband being in the military, that following year, the vax mandate came out. And so we did a lot of research. And after researching, we just decided together that we would face whatever consequence would come, but we were going to choose for him to put in an exemption instead of taking the vax. And so that was a hard time. So not only was Dave personally going through that and the impact of his decision personally, but as a chaplain, all the chaplains had to interview everybody that had put in the exemption. And so you're dealing with story after story, heartache after heartache, of just watching these soldiers have to decide. And some of them decided to just throw in the towel and give up their retirement versus there was a lot of threats going on at that time. And we just didn't know, are they going to follow through with some of those threats? And so, so we were dealing with it personally and then support wise, Dave, with the chaplains, but he's still there. He made it, I guess. His consequence was losing rank. Well, he didn't really lose rank, but at the time when he was supposed to go to school, he's a major right now. When he was supposed to go to school, he was deemed, he used to say unclean. He also had some fun with all this because you had to have a little bit of humor. Yes. He had a statue on his desk of Jesus, just a little statue of Jesus holding a soldier, like in a time of need, just kind of that. And he took a little Kleenex and he put a mask on.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh! You know what? And it lightened the mood sometimes when people, you just kind of had to do things like that. But but he was not allowed to go to school. He couldn't travel since he wasn't vaccinated. So therefore, he should be a lieutenant colonel. So he won't be. But you know what? In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Again, just God has been faithful through it all. And he was going to retire and they asked him to stay on for a couple more years. So he extended and he's doing whatever God wants him to do for at least a couple more years. It sounds like.
There you go.
Yeah.
Helping a lot of people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those are some of my core beliefs. Any other questions or things with that?
I think, I think that's good. That's a great, it's a beautiful, beautiful story. So, and as you said, in the end, it didn't matter. And I think I just was thinking to myself, in the end, a lot of things don't matter that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. If we could sometimes have that point of view, on a day-to-day basis, that might help out a little bit. So,
I once heard someone say, in light of eternity, does this really matter? Just keep things in perspective for sure.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what's your business then?
Well, I partner with Shaklee. So often when I say Shaklee, I've never heard of Shaklee. So it's some people have, some people haven't. They're actually the oldest. Yes. They're actually the oldest health and wellness company. They're almost 70 years old. So they've been around the block a time or two. Just quick, I don't want to spend too much time on the company, but just a quick history with Shaklee. Forrest Shaklee was born in the late 1800s with tuberculosis. And the doctors basically told his parents, take him home and enjoy him for the time that you have, but he won't have a long, life expectancy. And his mom, who was just kind of way before her time back in the late 1800s, basically said, not on my watch. And so they moved from a coal mining community out to a farm and they raised their own, they were self-sufficient, right? They raised their own food and everything came off just their land, and he ate nutritiously and, organic, of course, but he survived, obviously. And so that, his survival and the way his mom just talked about the importance of nutrition, developed his love and just kind of fascination in okay, if you give your body what it needs, it can often heal itself. And so he went on to become a chiropractor and invented the first multivitamin and the first green cleaner. And Shaklee Corporation was developed in the 50s, or incorporated, I guess, in the 50s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they still today, Dr. Shaklee's philosophy was always everything that we do has to be in harmony with nature. And so continue to honor that, thankfully, in all their products. But I became a user initially back in 99. I think it was when about the year Emily was born. So all our kids, our 3 older kids, were just little at the time. And Becca, especially with having some special needs, she was on some medication. And medication, we know, often is constipating. And so I tried all the things and finally listened to my mom, who said Shaklee has this great product for constipation and it was okay for little kids. And so she started taking it, and she still to this day takes it. Her body needs it. Yeah. We've bought a lot of Herblax over the years. And then another one of our girls got hives from detergent, I bought on sale on the shelf. Now I can hardly walk down the aisle with the cleaners.
I can't either.
I
can't either. It's awful.
Yeah. But she got hives, so we switched to the detergent, and then it was just slowly switching products, slowly over the years. And then I would tell my friends, oh, you should maybe try this or try this. And I started building a business, not realizing I was building a business until,
oh my goodness.
It just kind of was happening. And then about 6 years ago was really when it had built up enough then, and I just needed to take it seriously. And I realized more and more people need solutions for all kinds of different, health issues, and they are looking for things that are clean and organic. And so for about the last 6 years, I really dove in and made it a business instead of more of a hobby. And I love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your favorite, or do you have a favorite product that really works well with your body?
Right. Me personally, we have a lot of things that we've have used, but personally is protein.
Okay.
Yeah, we just it's organic, and the way it's processed, it's it's pure and easy to digest, and it doesn't mess with any of my blood sugar. And it's just the energy that was kind of the key. And I'll talk a little bit more about it with Becca. But that's kind of was a turnaround for my health, and my energy was that. So I still,
wonderful.
I bake with it, and I use it as a meal replacement, and I make smoothies and all kinds of things. But that's personally that, and just combined with just kind of the core nutrition has personally been the biggest thing for my health.
Yeah. Do you mind if I tell my cute little story with Shaklee real quick? So I've told you, but and this will be a good reminder for my kids, but my mom used Shaklee when I was growing up. And so through my pregnancies with my kids, I believe she bought me the vitamins. So thank you, Mom. But as good moms, as you know, are always trying to help, right? But with my second child, I remember hearing from the different Shaklee people that, if you took these vitamins while you were pregnant, that your cord would be really strong. And it wasn't just the basic. There was like 2 packets or something that I remember taking. to get all the nutrients. And so I still remember after my second kid, I just had him. I wasn't thinking about it, but the nurse just happened to say, how strong my cord was and how surprised she was that I must have been getting good nutrition. And that's when I realized, oh, it must be those Shaklee vitamins. So, yeah, just a fun little story with me with
That is
Shaklee. So I
awesome.
appreciate my mom for helping me out with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you have Shaklee babies.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
The other part of my business too is after my mom had a Shaklee business for many, many years. And after she passed away, my dad, he's still a user, and loves all the vitamins that he takes, but he just didn't have a desire to run a business. And he had his own business, being a chiropractor. And so
Right.
I purchased their business. So about a little over 3 years ago, our businesses merged. So that's another just part of my business, and just the importance of it in what I do. I just always want to honor my mom because she was she just was so knowledgeable and so passionate about people's health. And so I just want to continue her legacy, I guess, and running my business in a way that, and helping other people in a way that continues to honor her and her memory too.
Beautiful.
Yes. And I'm very relationship based. I love meeting with people and talking through whatever might be, going on and with their needs. And so that's another part of my business that I really love. Shaklee has a lot of variety. Well, I talked about protein and core nutrition, but then there's sports nutrition and personal care items, chemical-free skincare. So there's all kinds of products that we have to meet needs of people in all kinds of different ways. So I love building relationships with people and being able to help them, and then watch them feel better, depending on what they end up taking and using. I have a lot of interesting conversations. Constipation is one, and so that's a big deal for a lot of people. And it's just something that's become super comfortable to talk about with people. But college athletes, cystic acne, there's just all kinds of things. But I love it wherever people are at. But my heart, that's the thing with Shaklee. There's so many products that meet so many needs, but my heart is with women. I'm in the menopause years, and so that hits home with a lot of my age group friends. And so there's a lot of issues with that and things to deal with that. But really my passion is moms with just kids with special needs. I understand, Becca's at 26 now, so it's a different kind of, and I don't think we'll ever be empty nesters. I'm always, I don't know how many baths I've given in my lifetime or how many pull-ups I've helped change. Teeth I've brushed. Her care is, it's constant. And so while it's different because she gets around more than as a baby. So, I mean, it's changed, but I still understand that level of just tiredness and the emotional part, and just kind of feeling, especially when she was younger, feeling like I'm giving, can I do this one more day? And it's just a lot. And so if I can help other moms with just kids with special needs, it's just kind of near and dear to my heart for sure. My biggest mistake probably with Becca when she was younger was not taking care of myself, and just I knew the things I should be doing, and just sometimes you're just too tired to do them. So if I can help and encourage other women to take care of yourself, and it's not selfish to put yourself first. Sometimes like the whole oxygen mask. I just heard that analogy the other day with you're in a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Were you the one that told me that? When we were, I don't think it's when we were talking, but just
I
the
don't think
whole
so.
put on your
Mm-hmm.
oxygen mask first and then take care of, just got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some things you would tell? What are some examples just, that you could tell somebody that you didn't
Mm-hmm.
do that you would hope other moms of special
Yeah.
needs would be able to
When
do?
Becca was little, cell phones weren't a thing. And so I didn't have
Mm-hmm.
that. But putting your phone away at night, now I have to work on that personally, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
a lot different really from other just moms in general, but sleep, I didn't value my sleep back then. I would think, oh, the house is quiet. Now I can get that one more load of laundry done, or I can, read a couple more chapters of my book, or, just stay up and just sit and enjoy a quiet house sometimes. But how
Mm-hmm.
sleep is the core to so many things. So to get your sleep,
Yeah.
to eat nutritiously, to take your food, seriously, and to eat
Yeah.
well, stay away from the junk, to exercise. Put your baby in a stroller, or your kids in a stroller if they have to come along,
Yeah.
but to make exercise a priority. So, and it just in your nutrition, if you can get our food has changed so much today too.
Yeah.
I wish that we didn't
Yeah.
have to supplement, and depending where you get your food, but often we're not getting what we should from food that we used to back in the day.
I saw something the other day that I thought was kind of funny. You've got grocery stores and then you've got health food stores. And I think it was just a meme on the Facebook or Instagram. It was like, why do we have health food stores? What are the other
Right.
stores?
Exactly.
So I just hadn't thought that specific from that specific point of view. I was like, yeah, that's true. Or the health food section of the store. Well, shouldn't it all be? But people just don't realize that we're raised from, tiny on up, maybe, drinking Pepsi or watching mom drink pop or smoke cigarettes
Yep.
and fast food. I mean, just, prepackaged, all the, I can't even think of any of the brands anymore of all the old things that I used
Right.
to feed my
Yeah.
kids. But yeah,
My mom,
just seems normal.
what's that?
It just seems normal to
Right.
eat that. It is
Right.
normal to eat that way for
Right.
most people. And so those of us who are trying to eat organic or
Right.
farm fresh, people look at us like we're the
Right.
strange ones, where I
Right.
think
Yeah.
we shouldn't be the
Yep.
strange ones.
My
So,
mom and my sister and I dug through cupboards. We couldn't find it. So I'm still hoping it's someplace in the house. But for years, my mom had a McDonald's bag with a cheeseburger and French fries in it. And she would open the bag and she would get it out. The wrapping had gotten greasy, but you opened that thing up and it looked like you just got it from the drive-through. The meat, the
I wish
buns,
I'd done that years
yeah,
ago.
the
Yeah,
fries, it looked,
that is insane.
yeah. So once,
That is, and we're putting it
I
in our
know,
body.
right? And how many times? We used to do that quite a lot. Um, my
Yeah.
sister lives in Kansas City, and I remember once on the way home, we were all in the van. I think it was the year Dave was deployed because it was just me, and and all the kids, and we needed some food, and so we went through McDonald's at a truck stop or something, and Adam was younger at the time, and my mom had shown all the kids the cheeseburger. And so Adam said,
Oh,
Adam goes, isn't that cheeseburger that grandma has from McDonald's? I go, yeah. He goes, should we be eating this?
oh,
Yeah.
Good job, Adam.
Right.
Good job, Grandma.
No, we probably shouldn't, but yeah,
Shouldn't
but we
be.
are right now. But yeah, the things you do.
Oh, that's
Yes.
hilarious. Yeah.
But yeah, all those
Oh my
just
gosh.
choices and things I made when I was younger, it turned around when I started taking some supplements and my protein, and my energy level just went up, and my mental state. You know, when you feel better, you can function better. So that's just really
Yeah.
when things started turning around for me. And so I want to share it with other people. Yeah.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. Well, anything else you can think of with the business?
Well, just community, I guess. I mean, that's another
Yeah.
component for moms, is
Yeah.
community and just how important it is. And so last fall, a couple other gals that are in our group, we started doing wellness communities each month, and we're theming them. They're free, and it's just we run them on Facebook since we can't physically get together. People are all over, but it's just a way for us to get together and teach on sleep habits and fruits and
Good.
veggies, and how to wind down at night, and metabolism. We've done all kinds of different groups like that, but that's another part of what I enjoy about what I do is the community of other ladies just joining arms. And
so important for
yeah.
moms. So important. Good. Well, where can moms get a hold of you, find you, etc.? What are the best
Probably the
ways?
easiest. Well, I'm on my name, Amy Stimes, but I have my maiden name in between. So like on Facebook, I'm Amy Johansson Stimes, but I'm Amy Stimes on Instagram. And so I do a lot of things on there, but my website is myhealthy360.com. So that will take you to my website and tells a little bit about me.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That.
and on there is
Good.
my email and phone number, so anybody can reach out anytime. Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you, Amy.
Thank you
for joining and talking about your beautiful story, and then your business, and keep on going. We're all part of it. We're all a little part of this, just helping the world be
Isn't
healthier.
it nice to rub shoulders with?
But
sorry.
that's first. I said, put your mask on first, though. Your oxygen mask on first.
Isn't it just nice, though, to to stand shoulder to shoulder with other moms that don't think you're a nutcase and think you're crazy, and just it's just awesome. So I appreciate your friendship. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all that I've learned from you.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Well, thanks, guys. See you next time.